Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another AlphaStar video. In the bottom right hand side of the map, we have got AlphaStar playing Zerg again, taking on a diamond player who's going to be proxying, because that's what diamond players do. Wait, is he proxying? Is he not going to proxy? Okay, no, he's not. He's just sending out an extremely early SCV. Yeah, this diamond player, he sent out his SCV, I believe, before that supply depot even went down, which is super duper early in a TVZ. I guess he's gonna try and be a pain and block AlphaStar's hatchery, but AlphaStar says, surprise! I'm gonna build a spawning pool, and the diamond player says, well, checkmate, I guess. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. Alright, anyway, so I've been enjoying these AlphaStar games. We have done a lot of diamond players lately. We'll see if that trend keeps on continuing. I'm casting every AlphaStar game, and it seems there was a few diamond player games. So some of them will be a bit painful, some of them will be fun though. So we're just gonna keep on trucking essentially. SCV gonna be getting assaulted by this drone. By gosh, that SCV needs to file charges, because this drone is just losing it. He's had one too many beers and is attacking a poor citizen of the Terran Republic. That drone does successfully get up its hatchery. It decides, right, I'm building me house here. And then the Reaper is on the way for the diamond player. No orbital command. Gas mining has stopped, or just started. No, it stopped and then started because he decided he needed more gas, despite already building one Reaper, which is probably right. Terran needs a bit of gas in the game. The SCV was assaulting the hatchery, trying to get some vengeance on it, stabbing it with his drill. Imagine that, a guy you got into a fight with in the parking lot, he pulls out a drill out of the back of his truck and he says, right, let's settle this. And that is essentially the dramatization of what happened. Right, AlphaStar goes for a roach warren and is like, right, mate, you blocked me hatchery. I'm gonna come and give you a lesson about that. Grenade gets tossed down. Reaper gonna micro back against these lings. We'll see if the Terran player is able to sniff this out, but right now the confidence levels are not very high. The meter is pretty darn low for confidence, as this Terran player has yet to start up a factory, which means no Cyclone, which means no Starport, which means no Banshee to defend versus these roaches, which are gonna be coming towards his base. He's gonna be in trouble. There we go. The factory's on the way. It's very delayed though. There's two Reapers though. Two Reapers are better than one Reaper, that is a fact. Worse than three Reapers, except not necessarily objectively so, as arguably making one Reaper is the optimal amounts. So we'll take a look. These two Reapers are just hanging out. We'll see if they do their job and spot these roaches. Otherwise, oh no, they're going towards the third base. They're gonna miss the roaches completely. It's a disaster, such a catastrophe, that this Terran player is actually... He dead. No speed for the lings. Lots of lings on the way, though. But the Terran player is not being direct with his Reapers. They're going to run in. They're going to be like, oh, a couple of lings. That's normal, right? Did he see the roach warren? No, he didn't. This Terran is so dead. He dead. He not making anything. He's floating 900 minerals, which is enough to build 9 bunkers, which probably wouldn't be enough to save him in this situation. He's going to be kiting these drones, going to be actually killing off a good number of drones. He's like, oh my god, this is the best, I'm doing so good. And then a roach shows up at his natural. He's like, uh-oh, that ain't it. He starts building a marine right away. He queues up one marine. He makes a Hellion, as if that's going to help him against this horde of roaches showing up. He hasn't started a single bunker yet. His Reapers in the main base have died. They got murdered here by, I'm not sure, some drones or something, but yeah, as I was saying before, he dead. Ladies and gentlemen, for this dead Terran player, let's try and get likes on this video. Let's try and say there's currently 17 SCVs, so 17 likes. Each like equals 1 F for respect, and yeah. That's gonna be it. That is it for this Terran. A corrosive bile even hits a roach. The roach just doesn't care, and that is it. Alright, here we are into another game. This is going to be an AlphaStar match, which AlphaStar is actually playing at its peak. This is the best iteration of AlphaStar or one of the best iterations. It's the top-ranked final version of AlphaStar. And that is a plus, because we've had a lot of Diamond games lately, but I'm excited to have another one of these top AlphaStar games. As while we don't have a ton of them, we still have a few of them to go through, so I'm excited for that. And AlphaStar is going to be taking on a Masters Zerg, probably quite a good one, seeing as how it's the best iteration. And yeah, should be fun. So AlphaStar, I mean, it's got pretty strong Terran play. I think its weaknesses are just against like a strong defensive Zerg versus someone who really keeps up with the macro while taking the harassment AlphaStar commits to. Then eventually wins out due to better unit compositions or choices. Things like that. But yeah, we'll see how this Zerg's going to do on King's Cove against AlphaStar. Yeah, like, King's Cove, quite a good map, I feel. It's, I don't think it's super strong for any race in particular. Yeah, maybe not the best for taking like a 4th or a 5th base, as it leaves you quite open, but going up to 3 bases is solid. This Zerg player, interestingly enough, hasn't gone for a gas yet, so potentially a very quick 3rd hatchery before a gas is what I want to say we'll be seeing. Going to be going right into those queens, I imagine, without the gas started. Then, yeah, let's take a look here. Where's all this money going to go? It's going to be 2 queens, and then a 3rd hatch, I'm guessing, right? Like, this is a lot of minerals this Zerg's going to have. 1 queen starts up, the couple of lings. No gas yet. This is actually quite unusual. It's been a while since I've seen a Zerg delay the gas this much, I feel. There we go. The gas starts now. Then minerals are just building on up. Could be for a very quick 4 queens, I suppose. But we should be seeing that 3rd hatchery come up pretty darn quick here from this Zerg. All the while the Reaper going to be crossing the map here for AlphaStar. Gas finally being mined. This will be a notably delayed speed compared to the usual. Usually Zerg has speed around the 3-minute mark or so. I want to say 3:20 seconds. Don't quote me on that exactly. I'm a horrible Terran player. I should really know that, but I don't. Let's take a look. Reaper diving on into the main base of the Zerg. So far, the Zerg, good reaction. Reaper trying to target down some of the drones mining gas, but it is harder to kill a worker mining gas than, say, just a regular worker. The Reaper just barely makes it out. And yes, we haven't actually seen a 3rd for the Zerg yet. Just 2 more queens, so going to be very quick creep spread. The Zerg accidentally let that spore finish. I mean, it could arguably be intentionally. However, letting that spore finish is quite a bit earlier than the fastest possible Banshee timing. Queens will begin spreading that creep quite quickly, so the Zerg is going to have a very notable creep spread. The lack of 3rd base still is a little bit odd, I'd say, as Zergs tend to really rush that out these days. We'll see when the Zerg finally goes for that. Just going to a very healthy 2-base economy so far. Makes me curious if he's going to invest in like a Roach Warren or something like that, because, yeah, no 3rd. Just more queens on the way. Already 4 queens, going up to 5 queens. Super defensive play. Just on 2 bases, but no lair, no Roach Warren just yet. There's the lair starting, so it's going to be a 2-base lair. I was wondering what the play from the Zerg was going to be, but oh, the Reaper actually gets 2 drones, a very significant number for the Reaper. Not like 2 super early drones, but yeah, look at this. It's going to be a 2-base, finally a 3rd going up in quite a bizarre location, the northern location here. Lots of creep tumors getting spread, lots of injects going down on this hatchery. Like, this hatchery has a ton of injects queued up on it. And this Zerg just going to be on very heavy 2-base production. We'll see what the lair is going to be for. Like, it's got to be mutas, I want to say. But yeah, just the Zerg going to a very strong 2-base economy. Then probably going to be a Spire. I can't think of anything else that it would be. If it was Roaches, he'd have already started up the Roach Warren. Or if it was like Roachnitis, he'd have already started that up, I feel. I mean, a macro hatchery goes up in the main. A baneling nest on the way. The lair is about to finish up. We're waiting for the moment of truth. Where's the Spire? Where's the Roach one? There we go. Spire on the way. So yeah, a primarily 2-base play from the Zerg, just powering up 2 bases. Really looking at this Zerg closely has given me a better understanding of the macro of Zergs. But we do see AlphaStar maybe wanting to destabilize the Zerg a bit. AlphaStar going to be coming in with 8 Hellions. There's plenty of Queens to body block, but they're not quite thick enough. These gals ain't quite thick enough to body block all those Hellions, so some of them do make it into the main base. They've already taken significant damage, but no, the Zerg already pulling the drones to avoid the Liberator, going to take some nasty, nasty damage. There's only a handful of Lings to help out here, so these drones taking more shots than they rightfully should. The Liberator getting some good damage, then the Liberator getting 5 kills. The Hellions, though, primarily adding on 9 more, making 14 kills in all. Another Liberator comes to the natural. Those drones have got to run away from that Liberator. They do in time, so a decent timing for that, but we're going to see a Zerg who's got good tech, a decent drone count, but rather quite low, and then just going to be able to make mutas, probably like 8, 9, 10 mutas or so we'll see come out. And oh, even this Liberator being a pain, denying the mining longer, going to force the Zerg to reburrow that Spore. Will get the Liberator, but still a bit painful. And then yet another Liberator, or just the same Liberator, repositions towards the 3rd base, just giving this Master player more grief. All the while behind this, AlphaStar is getting up a 3rd base, just producing siege tanks. We already see Stim done, Combat Shield on the way. So a 3 racks play primarily. Queens will clean up this Liberator, which is nice for the Zerg, but he's down a fair bit of supply. He's going to need to get his production back online ASAP. The creep spread even has fallen on the back burner as that Liberator harassment went down. The 3rd base isn't saturated at all, despite being almost 7 minutes into the game. Baneling speed is on the way, but I am a little bit concerned here for the Zerg, as the Terran can just potentially push out across the map. We'll see how much damage these mutas are going to get done. The Spire was scouted, but how much damage can these mutalisks get done? So far, it's going to look like a few SCVs. Barracks potentially delayed. No, not quite. The mutas just decided to go into the main base, going to target down some more SCVs. This is significant damage the mutas are getting done here to AlphaStar. As long as the mutas get out and keep this ball rolling, it'll be fine for the Zerg, I feel. But turrets do get up. The 3rd base is getting up. A 4th rack's going up. 5th rack at the natural for AlphaStar 2. So getting up a very normal Terran macro play. I am a little bit concerned, though. The creep spread has been quite delayed just by the Zerg not focusing on it. And so, as a result, AlphaStar is going to be able to push in. There's going to be minimal creep for the Zerg to fight on. A lot of the resources for the Zerg have been invested into mutas. While mutas are great, they don't help you deal with mass marine siege tank attacks. So, with the lack of creep, with the lack of actual units and banelings being made, I'm really concerned here for the Zerg. We'll see if the Zerg is able to pick off a siege tank or something, but the Zerg is going to need at least some banelings here started. Like these need to start morphing into banes ASAP. A few more lings are on the way, but the army is not giving me confidence here for the Masters player. AlphaStar is going to push on in right towards that 3rd. We're seeing more lings pop out. No banelings have really been started yet for the Zerg, and this is so concerning. He's busy microing these mutas, but you gotta be making baneling. The reinforcements are being expertly picked off by the Zerg. That's what you want to see, but you gotta be making your banelings. You gotta be just macroing up properly behind this, and as we see those lings go down, there's only 12 lings to make into banelings, and the Terran just doesn't care. He's pushing in towards the natural. AlphaStar just charging on in. Most of the siege tanks have been picked off, but at the end of the day, there's tons and tons of Marines and not a single baneling in sight. The mutas are being microed quite well, I'll say, but the damage is just being done, and we are seeing why you can't just focus on one thing in a game of Starcraft 2 here, as AlphaStar has got so much damage done already. The Zerg player can micro these mutas all day. They still can't engage this many Marines. Lings are going to be popping out. They can try and do what they can, but bad rallies there. Units getting picked off. The mutas and lings are going to take this fight. They should clean up all these Marines, but AlphaStar is essentially just a macro machine. So we're seeing the 3rd base being mined off. We're seeing 61 workers, just more and more units being pumped out non-stop. And this is a literally 1 base Zerg. The natural going to be rebuilt, the 3rd going to be rebuilt. But yeah, I feel like the Zerg just tunnel vision too much on these mutas throughout this entire game. And so we have seen ourselves a very solid play here from AlphaStar, just doing what you need to do against a Zerg who wasn't quite well-rounded enough, I feel. I mean, the mutas are once again being controlled very well. This is a very mutalisk heavy player. Getting Marines that are rallying out, picking off plenty of siege tanks. But I think he can micro the mutas all he wants, and he will not come back in this game. The Terran production is just too great. We'll probably see a 4th CC for AlphaStar soon. Maybe some more production, some more upgrades going, and then there's still not a single baneling made for the Zerg, and he can start making banelings now, and it won't even matter. The damage has been done. Alright, the mutas gonna be moving towards the 4th base of AlphaStar. Gonna delay that a little bit, but these mutas have so much damage to do. AlphaStar would need to pull one of the most ultimate alpha derps we've ever seen if this Zerg is gonna pull back. I mean, the Marines are being pulled back. Mutas are going down, though, while this is going on. Thor is on the way for AlphaStar. A couple mutas get caught, something that the Zerg can't afford to replace. The mutas got to keep bouncing around, getting what they can done. But we're just waiting for, basically, for the end for the Zerg. Like, all these Marines, they just have to basically stim an A-move across the map, and that'll be it. The Zerg is pulling these mutas back and forward, but you can't micro against a big blob of Marines with mutas. There's currently 15 mutas against 50 Marines. AlphaStar even making Thors and Vikings to put salt in the wound to the Zerg. There is more turrets on the way here. And yeah, like, we're going to see these Marines cross the map. We're going to see some burrow getting researched here for the Zerg. One baneling has been made. One baneling, that's it. That's what I'm going to title this video. AlphaStar versus one baneling. That's it. Okay, there we go. More Banes are on the way, but it's not going to matter. The Marines stim in. AlphaStar is going to pick off some Marines that are rallying across the map, but it doesn't even matter. The Natural is probably going to get killed off. The one Baneling plus 5 friends is not going to cut it. One Baneling or no Banelings, which it was at the start of this game. It's not going to be enough to... Banelings, they get a connection, but it wasn't enough. The mutas gonna get shredded by these Marines. AlphaStar is gonna bag another one. Just like going to work for AlphaStar here. GG gets called. Ladies and gentlemen, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, support the channel via memberships, as I don't have a patron, so memberships is the best way to support if you so like. And then, yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.